Hello, everybody. My name is Niger Chambers of Big O Belt Media, and it is a pleasure to finally talk to the three of you about Upload Season 3. I just want to start off by first saying congratulations on the deal that you all have reached to end the strike, as well as the success of this season. And with that being said, how are the three of you feeling today?
I'm
Thank
good.
you.
Amazing.
Good.
So
Great to
grateful.
see you.
Great to see you all as well, too. Robbie, I also want to say fantastic work on Xmas as Graham. I'm also hoping for a sequel on that. So you can
Oh,
give a
thank
dose
you.
of IOU to Mindy, who's played by Veronica. There's definitely some needed IOU served back to her. But I couldn't
Yeah,
help but
yeah.
watching that thinking like, man, I'm like, how many girls do Nathan got? Like, come on. If two
Just
wasn't
one.
enough, here you
Just
go
one.
again. Okay,
Just my
fair.
wife. I'm not getting in any trouble.
And Andy, sidebar real quick. How was Trevor Noah last night?
Oh my gosh, incredible. Just like so clever. So just you're watching, someone who is a master at really weaving in serious topics and things that, are topical, but you get to laugh, but also an outsider's perspective too, of, his upbringing, but living in America and like how
Yeah,
how we do things here, which I really relate to. So it was so funny. It was great. He's
that's
amazing.
awesome. Bucket list for sure. Allegra, I've been doing nothing but praising your performance this season, and I've been definitely one of the few, but by the end of the season, everybody should be an Ingrid fan, and we're definitely going to talk about some of the things with the three of you all this season. But I want to start off with you, Robbie, by asking, and I say this in all in a joking fashion, is I guess Billie Eilish doesn't watch Upload season 3 with her comments about men not body shaming not existing for men. And with that running joke with Nathan in this season, can you talk about your approach and the little tweaks you did to separate the two Nathans?
Um, yeah, I wanted to make, Meet Nathan is kind of going through some pretty serious storyline in trying to deal with uh, people murdering other people and election fraud and trying to find who murdered him and becoming a real person. And then we wanted backup Nathan just kind of be a little having a little fun and goofy and a little more free spirited, which was really fun for me to get to play both sides of that. The we talked about doing hair differences and stuff, and we were like, you know what, let's just keep them both looking the same. It's going to be way easier to for scenes with both to switch back and forth. I had a little belly suit, which was just like a little under the shirt little thing that was fine, and if nothing else, it was just kept me warm. And it was awesome. It was really great. I mean, selfishly, it was awesome to have these scenes with Ingrid and also with Nora and get to play two different versions off, opposite them and it was just great. It always comes down to the writing for me, and
Yeah.
Greg and Owen and the rest of the writing team, Maxwell, they're just so good. And they've, now that we've done 3 seasons, they know the voices so well. Even when they're writing for two different versions of me, they really have two distinct voices. And now also as a cast, we're starting to find, we're able to improv in those voices as well. And some of my favorite moments are built on the backbone of an amazing script or an amazing scene with little sprinkles of Andy and Allegra and Kevin and Zaina and myself and Owen, and just finding those little things that we like to bring to the characters.
Amazing, amazing. And turning my attention now to Andy and Allegra, the finale, there's a very special moment between the two. First spotlighting Ingrid, who I think again, if you have not won over the viewers, the audience, the fans by this point, I just don't know what to tell them. I think
It can't be helped.
they can't be helped. They're lost at sea. It's over for them. Um,
Over.
but struggling through, I would say, imposter syndrome and the lack of confidence, and then getting up on the stand and then really bossing it and really becoming her own, and then realizing that she is deserving and claiming everything that is rightfully hers. leading to an engagement, which should be very interesting what happens next season. But the fact that we have this moment between Nora and Ingrid before this happens, where they're both are kind of talking about their issues with their respective Nathans, and there's some tears shed. They're just it's emotional as it is. Can you both share if this was a sign of empathy or sympathy? It's hard to tell if it's genuine or if it's hard to tell if it's still little added spite in there, but nonetheless, it's still a beautiful moment to see and hear the two characters' perspective about their relationship with Nathan.
Yeah, that's a great observation. And I think this is the first time that I'm either realizing or remembering that they both kind of boost each other up in that moment. And I do think that if your question is if it's genuine, I think it is. I think we've seen this cool journey where, you know, in 7, Ingrid takes a walk in Nora's goggles, as it were, and sees her life from a kind of an employee standpoint, from like a woman who is working and trying to do the best that she can, which she's never looked at her that way before. She's always seen people that work as being beneath her. And now she is someone who's working, and she realizes it's hard to be in customer service. And but even more than that, that basically they want to be loved the way that they love, and to be fully loved in return. And that binds them and connects them. And I think that it was such a sweet surprise to hear Ingrid admit, I'm not as confident as you, Nora. And I don't think anybody saw that coming. I didn't see that coming.
Yeah.
But what a sweet, like, olive branch that is. It's like an invitation for Nora to step forward and accept it, and also maybe admit something that she's feeling vulnerable about. It was just I think it's for real. I hope it's for real. Gosh, that would be such a bummer if it wasn't. No, I think it is. I felt like it was really genuine, and I think to me it needs to be genuine just because of our history and our relationship. And to me it was such a beautiful arc of like these two characters who've kind of been at odds, and now kind of seeing the humanity in each other and getting to be there for each other, almost like a sisterhood. Mm-hmm. and also being able to be vulnerable with each other without feeling like, oh wait, are you going to attack me?
Yeah.
Or use this against me? Or, you know, it was none of that. And also for Nora to admit her own fears and doubts, you know, not really being able to talk to anybody about it. You know, she doesn't really have like a confidant. And in that moment, they both, because they've both been in it, you know, with the same guy. So it's like they get to like, we get it, you get it, right? Like, okay, yeah. So it was such a, I thank you for reminding me about that. I completely had forgotten about that scene. And but yeah, it was so wonderful. Yeah.
Okay, for a quick final question, and truly quick. So with the destruction of one Nathan, we all must know what Nathan survived. So quickly I ask for you all to pick. Do you pick backup Nathan, who's engaged to Ingrid, who finally may get her love story happy ending? I need this. Or do we go back with the OGs with download Nathan and Nora, the ones we've been riding out for all these seasons, that looks like there's promising moments in, strangely, Montreal? So quickly, if you all could pick one of the two, upload, download, or maybe another. Could it be another? I don't know. Quickly answers.
Fair warning. We don't know. I just want to make sure everybody knows that before everyone's like, oh, they picked.
Fantasy booking.
My guess is that it is backup Nathan.
Download. Okay, Andy's picking download, Robbie's picking backup, and I'm picking the shaft of hair that Ingrid is growing in a bathtub somewhere on her credit card. I'm voting for Tadpole Nathan.
Amazing. Well, as always, I enjoy talking to you all. So clearly I'll just see you back season 4, because we're going to put that energy in the air right now. But truly, Robbie, Andy, and Allegra, thank you so much for your time today.
Thank you.
Thank you. Great talking with you.
Absolutely. Take care.